Hello guys and welcome once more to Leofoto TV. My name is Frank and I want to thank you because you're watching this video. Until this point we have been working, taking a look at all of the different tripods and equipment from Leofoto. In this occasion we're going to be doing a tutorial about long exposure photography. It is very important for you to do long exposure photography that you have a very solid base, in this case a very solid tripod. It doesn't matter if you are doing your work in windy situation or in a very peaceful environment. In order for your long exposure photography to be really good and to get the best quality possible and the best result, you really need stable legs and also a strong head. And that's what we're going to be showing today. We're going to go to the port and we're going to show you how we can take a couple of images in long exposure photography, so we can later on study the importance of having a very solid structure for the base of your camera. Let's go to the port and take a couple of pictures, and then we're going to come back to the studio and we're going to analyze those images. Well guys, we are here in the location where we are supposed to be shooting the first part of this video about long exposure photography, and usually here is a beautiful sunset. We are in Puerto Progreso, Mérida, Yucatan in Mexico, and behind me the sun is not cooperating. It's getting nice colors, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the colors that I want, because I want the sun to be coming down through this part here under the bridge and getting the picture from here, but I don't think so that's gonna happen today. But hey, let's wait and see. Let's play the waiting time and expect this today to be a really good photography day. Let's hope for the best. Well, this is another 15 minutes from my message before, and as you see here, it looks nice, but it's not what I wanted. The sky is not as good as I wanted it, with a lot of clouds and that nice color that usually is here, but let's wait. The sunset's supposed to be in another 45 minutes. So let's hope that by the time the sun comes down, we got a lot of clouds and a good formation, so we can show you a really good long exposure photography with the sun coming down. Let's wait. Okay guys, even though the sky is not cooperating, today we are not getting one of those beautiful sunsets. Anyway, I'm gonna take a couple of pictures and show you. Before I was talking about the waiting time, and this is the waiting time. It's expecting something to happen, and even if it doesn't happen, you wait until the last minute, because you already, I drove here 30 minutes from the house to the beach, and it's better to make this time and this trip work. So I'm gonna wait a little bit more, and I'm gonna see what happens. I got my camera in vertical because I wanna take this vertical. So let's see what happens. And right now I am in f/22 and 1/60th, but I'm gonna take it a lot longer. So I'm gonna lower my ISO to just 50. Okay, there we go. And now I have it 1/160 of a second, and it's already blowing up. So I don't need that really a strong depth of field or that wide depth of field. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna open it like to f/11, which is the sweet spot of my lens. So I'm gonna open it to about f/11, and now I'm able to drop the speed a little bit more. And now I'm gonna take a test shot. It looks good. It's not what I was expecting, but I want to take it longer. I'm gonna put my ND filters here and see what it looks like. Okay, what I have here now is my ND filter system. This is the V5 from Nisi, and this is what I use all the time. Now, I was getting a reading of 1/150 of a second before, but when you put an ND filter in there, you need to calculate backwards your timing. So basically what I'm using is an application that will let me know I put the regular or the base shutter speed, and also I put the stops of the ND filter, and it's gonna give me a time, a shutter speed. In this case it says 1.3 seconds, so I'm not gonna do it on both. What I'm gonna do is use the trigger strap application to shut this at 1.3 seconds. Let me install that so you can see how I do it. Now I'm gonna put my ND filter back. I'm gonna lock everything. I'm gonna put my ND filter back in the lens. Everything is locked. And now I'm gonna use my application. Important thing is that you need to arrive to your location on time. And the important thing, like today, it's a lot of wind. It's not too windy, but it's very windy. So you need a really good head and a really good base. In this case, I am using the LN-324 with the MB-46 head. This setup allows me to use up to 20 kilograms. I don't even have half of that in here, so I'm pretty good with this setup. Let's see the results. That was a 6-second exposure. So what I want to do very quick before that little nice line of red disappear is that I'm gonna turn my camera to the horizontal position and try to get a very quick horizontal shot here, because I love the way how this looks. I want the bridge. I want to go wider. Okay. So what I want is the bridge and the sky to play nice together. So I'm gonna close even more. I'm gonna open to 10 seconds. That's good. There you go. I basically took everyone away from the picture, but I'm gonna go all the way down to 30 seconds. And I'm going to try again, see if people completely disappear out of the picture. I'm gonna be showing all of this after I do the post. I need to raise eyes a little bit. There we go. This is a 30-second exposure at f/22. Let's see what happens. Okay guys, now coming back into the studio. As you saw in the video, not every time you go out you're gonna get the perfect conditions for your images. As you saw over there, I was expecting to get better clouds and better position of the sun, but that doesn't happen all the time. One important thing in long exposure photography or in any kind of nature photography that you need to be aware of is that sometimes you're gonna fail. And you're not gonna fail not because you are not prepared, but you're gonna fail just because nature is not playing on your favor. Sometimes it's gonna play against you. But the game here is called waiting. As you saw in the video, I have to wait over an hour in order for me to be able to capture a decent picture. It's not what I was expecting, but I was able to get really good images. That image I took it and posted on Guru Shot, and I got a really high ranking. I got over elite placement with that image. It is important also that you notice that I was putting my camera on a very solid tripod. I was using the LN-324 sticks, which is support up to 20 kilograms. And I was also using the MB-46 head, and that alone is a combination of about 25 kilograms between the legs and the head. So I was very well prepared with that. Some of my exposure over there were over a minute in length, and there was a really windy day, but I was sure my camera wasn't moving because I was trusting my equipment that I already know. I went over there another day and I didn't record any video, and I took this image of the port. As you see in this image, it wasn't a really long exposure. It was only about 3 seconds, the main exposure, but it was an HDR image. I combined 3 different images to get this dynamic ring image that I have here presented for you. Why I have to do that? It was the middle of the day and the sun was really high and really harsh, and those shadows were really nasty. So what I decided to do is to take 3 different exposures, and using HDR software, I combined the 3 of them. But I wanted it to look really natural. I really don't like those really high contrasty or over dramatic HDR images. Okay guys, this was a really quick tutorial on how to do long exposure photography and also a little introduction to HDR images. On our next tutorial video, I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna show you how you can do hyperlapse and time-lapse. For time-lapse and hyperlapse, it is super important that you use a very strong tripod and also a very strong head. For time-lapse, if you are not moving, you really need to keep stable because then everything is gonna be messed up. Also, for hyperlapse, you need a system that will allow you to keep the focus of where you're putting your lens all the time on the same place. And that's where the panoramic plate on top of the head of the MB-46 head or the MB system head from Leofoto comes into play to allow you to move just the top part without moving a lot the rest of your tripod. Until next time guys, I hope that this quick tutorial have helped you. And as always, keep watching our videos and thank you for watching Leofoto TV. See you later.